just testing you.
We're keeping an eye on you.
You are. You passed.
I'm waking up with a Wolverine single sideband net. This is Kilo 8, Italy Charlie Bravo, checking in and out.
Well, hey, K8ICB, welcome aboard, and man, I hope your day goes well. Starting it like this, it's got to get better.
Oh, it certainly can get a lot worse, that's for sure. But I'm usually a positive guy. Is this? I'm going to take a wild guess. Is this Rusty? Oh, no, this is Rusty, right?
Guilty as charged. Yes, you've got me, Bob.
Okay, Russell D. Irons, I believe, if I got that right.
Well, you just take Rusty and you add the last name, and you'll never forget me.
There you go. Yeah. Wow, that came straight out of my head. Man, I'll tell you, looking at all that stuff I gathered to become a Wolverine single sideband member, I got to know the net control names well, and it just the synapses fired, and here I am.
Hey, that's awesome, man. Well, I hope you have a great great evening tonight, and it's rainy down here. I don't know. You might as well work when it's rainy, but I wish you could stick around for the whole net. It'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, I know, but the pre-net has its own good qualities, and I appreciate that too. But tomorrow and the next day I'll be off, so you'll most likely hear me then. All right, Rusty, have a great net, and 73 to everybody that's listening. This is K8ICB.
All right, hey, off to save the world, or at least you're part of it. Good job, man. Appreciate all the work you do, and hope that you have a great night. K8ICB. This is the Wolverine single sideband net. We have flipped over on the bottom of the hour, so we've got 28 minutes before we kick off the net. If you'd like to get aboard, we'd love to have you. Tonight we're telling two truths, or a truth and a whopper. Maybe not two truths. A truth and a whopper. And then the person following you will ascertain with their greatest analytical efforts which is true and which is the whopper, and then we'll come back to you. And we'll have some fun. We'll see how creative those whoppers are. If you're going to go big, right? Or go home. But you're probably at home, so it doesn't matter. At any rate, give me a call if you'd like to get on the list and have some fun tonight. We're still interested in what happened during your day and all that kind of stuff. But, hey, we're going to have some fun. This is WB8VOW, and I'm taking check-ins.
Oh my goodness! That means I have to decide if you're lying or not, huh, Rusty?
You do. I'm feeling that penetrating glare across the 35 miles of woods and fields all the way from Romulus to Lambertville.
Well, you better get your tinfoil wire hat on, Doris, and get ready for this.
I know Doris is up for the challenge.
Was that Art?
Must be.
Man, you sound good.
How you doing?
I'm okay, Art.
Okay, yeah. Good grief. What's been going on?
Man, I don't know. Let's see, we've got about 20 minutes before the net. I could fill the spot. I'll give you a call sometime.
Yeah, I'll let you know what's been going on here too.
Is it good?
Now it is.
All right. Well, you sound good. You're supposed to say I sound good too. That's a fair exchange.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds good.
But was it a Wait, you can't be fabricating anything. The net hasn't started.
I know. All right. No, it does sound good.
Okay. Good to hear you, man. K8UGB.
Okay, Tony.
Hey, Rusty.
Yes, Tom.
Is that Whopper supposed to be with or without cheese?
I don't mind the cheese, but leave the onion off.
I agree. It's an idiot.
Hey, you guys, I heard a rumor that Doris is taking over net control for Rusty on Tuesday. Uh-oh, did I start too early?
Somehow I think you did.
Now you're going to have to just come up with another one.
All right, I'll go get my tinfoil hat and put it on.
Rusty, another question. You run the 7300. How much compression are you running?
4. I usually leave mine set right at 4.
Oh, okay. And Mike?
We run ours at 6, compressing. TTAS.
Yeah, but I'm kind of a loudmouth. You guys are quiet. Mike Gaines at 55.
Okay, Rusty.
I run mine at 50% Mike and number 5, Taz.
Yeah, we run ours at 6.
Has she still got the bear up on the shelf?
Yes, she does. It's to the right of her computer, staring at her.
Cool.
She'll bring it out at the picnic. She'll have it sitting there at the picnic.
Cool. So you didn't find the hidden camera, right?
Oh, that's creepy.
Just kidding.
That's creepy.
WB0RMN.
Sounding good, Larry.
Wolverine check-in. Oh, my. I didn't think anybody...
Larry? WB0RMN?
That's correct. You're sounding good here, Larry.
Check me in, please.
Are you still on 40 meters?
I can be on 40 meters. I have a 40 meter antenna, but I'm using the G5RV. It's wounded, but not completely split yet. But I just ordered a new one, so when the new one gets up, I'll get some of the guys to. I hope some of the guys will come and help me put it up.
Well, Larry, if you can hear me, I think Sean and Rusty and Taz are planning on helping, and they're possibly looking at May the 6th on a Saturday.
Yeah, that sounds good. Looks like that'll work. Well, I got SWR all over the place. I better quit this.
Sean has your phone number, so does Rusty, so we're all set. So just so you know. And Rusty, he's going to be in and out because he's on that 40-meter antenna.
All right. Yeah, let him know that I miss him, and we'll get the time figured out on Saturday. If it works for him, it'll work for us.
So far, so good. Thanks, Doris. WB0RMN. I'll be clear.
He said it sounded good.
We missed the heart of the net. We got to get him back here.
Rusty.
What's that, Tom?
Per the messenger, it says KD8RNA. Put me in and out, Rusty.
And George, Alpha Charlie 9, X-ray November, we just heard him. And if you can hear me, George, you are... Oh, let me see if I can find it now. Hang on a second. Oh, you're number 17, George. Okay, glad you could hear me.
Good signal, George.
Well, thank you very much. Bend conditions are really bad. The A index is up around 76.
This is the Wolverine single sideband net, about 19 minutes away from net time. If you'd like to get on the net, give me a call. WB8VOW, taking free net check-ins.
Did you get that one, Rusty?
I did not. Any relays are appreciated.
Kilo Delta 8, Japan, November, Sierra.
Japan, November, Sierra?
Roger, roger.
He does.
Not all the time. Why? Wow, what are you, like 10 milliwatts?
He's on the log twice. Wow.
And now you get 2 turns.
Sean, you're perfect. Don't ever change, brother. You're perfect. I'll bet your mom and dad were just so happy to raise you.
Sean, who loves you, baby?
Oh, yeah, your buddy Rusty, your
right.
buddy
Good
Tom,
to hear
all
you,
of us.
Sean.
Man, we
Always.
love Sean.
All right, I'm gonna get back to eating my pretzel rods. N8SOB.
Hey, those are addicting. This is the Wolverine single sideband net. Yes, we are 12 minutes out of starting the net. And it's been a very quiet pre-net as everybody plans what their their truth and a whoppers are going to be. So this will be fun. It'll be real interesting to see if we can fool each other or what actually what's it going to be. So well, you know, the whole idea of this net is to get to know each other, and that's I'll be reading that in the preamble as soon as I find it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it might be around here someplace. But at the top of the hour, I'll be talking about that. And then, you know, when we get into the net, we'll actually be doing a little bit of that. You know, tell me something true about yourself that's a little outrageous. Tell me something that's not true about yourself that's equally outrageous. Let's make it hard to guess which is the truth. But I'm hoping this is a lot of fun. The person coming after you will be the guesser, and then you'll come back and you'll tell us which is the true statement. So should be some fun. A little something to add to the net tonight. It's a good night to do it. Kind of a low count here. I thought the weather would have driven everybody into the radio, but maybe the nets or the atmospheric conditions and such are such that we're not getting a lot of folks. But hey, we'll have fun with who we have. At any rate, we're just shy of 10 minutes out. So if you'd like to get on the list, give me a call.
Oh, I got company pulling in, so put me in and out right now, and I'll recheck when I'm available. I'll be tied up for a little bit. N8SOB.
Okay, they don't have any light bars on their vehicles, right?
No. My neighbors actually did. When I got home from work, they had a county cop over there, but no. My stepdad's got his truck for sale out front here, and people were supposed to come look at it, so I got find out what's up with them. 7-3 till now. I'll be back later. N8SOB.
All right, my friend. I had to check. All right, this is the Wolverine single sideband net. We are 10 minutes out. Give me your call.
doesn't necessarily have to be about yourself. It can be about anything.
Well, we're trying to get to know each other, so I would much rather it be something personal, but not too personal. I don't want to go down that road.
Oh, I thought it could be about anything. Anyway, like, a peanut, is it a peanut, is it a nut, or is it a legume? I mean, could it be something like that?
Well, I was hoping that you'd tell me a story about, owning a, maybe some exotic car, or maybe owning a different exotic car, and let me guess. But, hey, it could be anything you want, but, that was the direction I was going, so,
All right, well, what I'm saying is you said to make a true statement, and then you have to make another statement that's not true?
Yeah. So, like, let's see. I could say that back in, that I graduated magna cum laude from my high school, or I got booted out early. And you'd have to figure out which was the true statement.
Well, what happened? Did you get booted out early?
Well, I left of my own accord, but I did leave early.
Okay.
I sure as heck wasn't magna cum laude. No, sir.
Magna cum louder.
That you could accuse me of.
Can I make a statement about anything, electricity, about the moon, or about the planets?
Well, like I said, we were trying to get to know each other better, and whether the moon, I don't know. If that's going to help me get to know you better, great. If not, maybe there's something you could come up with that helps me to get to know Art.
How on earth are we supposed to know you better if you're talking about something else?
Who?
Keep your pants on.
Well, he could talk about Picasso because that is art, right?
That's right. I'm the master of art.
Oh, well, that's the fib.
How do you know? How do you know that I don't paint in my spare time and sell them at Hunter Biden's gallery?
That was pretty good, Art. I like it. This is going the right direction. I can tell that.
You could probably check my bank account, find out that's not true, Rusty.
Well, believe me, Art and me, we recognize that each other exists, but I'm not the artistic type. What can I say? Oh, boy. This is the Wolverine single sideband net. I can say that. We're 6 minutes out from starting the net. If you'd like to get aboard, you don't have to be a member. You don't have to be from the great state of Michigan. You could be from the great state of Ohio or the great state of Wisconsin or New York, any of those places. Man, we got some great states out there. At any rate, the main thing is not where you're from. It's that you could get on the net here, and we'd love to have you. So give me a call. WB8VOW, taking free net check-ins.
KA9TFD.
Hi, Paul.
Hello, Mr. Paul.
Hey, Art.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I got the box, okay, with the choke in it, and I was looking at the pictures of your station too. I found on my phone, so yeah, looking good.
Okay, good deal. Well, yeah, it was laying in the I don't know if you call it junk, but a lot of extras that are collecting dust When I had the Clipperton, I ordered that, and it just sat there collecting dust because I've got, well, a little raptor sitting here, you know, like your T-Rex. But yeah, it was collecting dust, and you're the only guy I know that can put it to good use.
All right, yeah, that will fit any of the Maritron amplifiers, any of them, from the 811 on up to the 1500 watt thing. That's the same choke. So I got it marked and got it put away. And I thought I heard Tony out there. So, all right, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to try to be here when I'm called. KA9TFD.
Okay, Paul.
All right, Paul. We got you in at 27, so you got a little time. This net's it's not going to fly tonight, I don't think, but hopefully we'll have some fun. At any rate, it's 4 minutes till. If you'd like to get in on the pre-net check-ins, this is your chance. Give me a call. This is the Wolverine single sideband net. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning for the Wolverine single sideband net. We'll be starting the net in just 2 short minutes. If you give me a call, we'd love to get you on WB8VOW taking pre-net check-ins for the Wolverine single sideband net. Here we go. It's 2200 hours, which means I get to say good evening and welcome all amateurs and shortwave listeners everywhere. And we love it when shortwave listeners pop in there. For you shortwave listeners, you want to be part of the action, get yourself a copy of NetLogger. That's free. You can download that onto your computer, and there's an almost instant messaging window that when you open up NetLogger and you select the Wolverine single sideband net, you can type messages to us, and we kind of all kind of keep an eye on that occasionally. Once in a while, I look at it. Really, Doris, I do. At any rate, that can allow you to be part of the fun. This is WB8VOW. My name is Rusty, and I am located in the little burg of Lambertville, about 3 miles north of Toledo, and about 8 miles west of the western shores of Muddy Lake Erie, right here in southeast Michigan. At any rate, it is my great privilege to be your net host for tonight, and I'm looking forward to a great session of the Wolverine single sideband net. You don't have to be a member to check into this net. All you have to do is have a general or higher amateur radio license, and everybody's welcome to participate in our net. And here's one of the key things here. The net meets every night of the week on this frequency at 3.935 at 2200 UTC. With pre-net start, anytime after 2100, but we aim for 2115. Sometimes we just can't resist warming up the airwaves. The purpose of this net is to promote good fellowship and friendship among radio operators. And if you'd like to become a member of the Wolverine single sideband net, the requirements are 4 check-ins a month for 3 consecutive months. After meeting these requirements and getting your 12 check-ins, we ask that you email or send your list to K8TAS. Taz is good on QRZ.com. You can look his email up there and shoot them over to him via email. You must have the check-in date and the net control call sign, and we always ask that you make sure it's the net control station and not the pre-net list taker, because sometimes they're different. We suggest you send more than the required check-ins just in case of any discrepancies, and there's a beautiful net certificate and iron-on patch for new members. Information about the net as well as the monthly awards, that's all available on our website, which can be found at www.wssbn.com, or you can just Google Wolverine Net. Currently, I have on the pre-net list the following stations by suffix: VOW, DXJ, SOB, JJM, WIV, INW, ERV, HAV, ESL, AVT, KUZ, 9WN, TAS, 2FS, RNA's in and out, TYO, 9XN, FJI, PFC, 8II, DZR in and out, EES was in and out, UGV, hopefully he's in, as is KRX, and TSD. Let's see, I skipped a couple here. I skipped ICB and RMA. They were both in and out. So excuse my deviating from the list, but if there's any corrections or omissions, please let me know now. All right, are there any mobiles out there tonight for the net? Are there any announcements? Are there any stations looking for short time tonight? Okay, I will take any general check-ins at this time. Please give your call slowly and phonetically.
November 8th, X-ray, uniform, Yankee.
N8XUY. That was, you followed the instructions perfectly. Welcome aboard, Sam, number 28.
Thank you very much.
All right, and as I've already threatened, this is going to be a little different net, a little bit more interactive, and the idea is truth and a whopper. Light yourself on one truth and one whopper, and let's see if we can tell the difference between them. And before we get into that, I will mention that I will take check-ins about every quarter hour. If you could wait to check in till then, the net will go much smoother. So this is WB8VOW. My name's Rusty. I'm up here in Lambertville, Michigan, or down here in Lambertville, Michigan. I guess it depends where you're at. So tonight I'm looking forward to getting to know everybody a little bit better. It's funny because I have a much harder time coming up with a whopper than I do with outrageous things that I could put out there. So, at any rate, that's just me, I'm sure. But the other thing is I've got to filter through all the outrageous things and say, oh, which ones have I already shared? So that's eliminated a lot already. But let's see if I can come up with something. And then of course, Doris will be the one. She will be the voice of truth as to which one is true and which one is not true. All right, here we go. I could tell you about the rest of my day, but it really wasn't worth telling about. So we'll just jump into this thing. Yeah, can you tell I'm excited? All right, I once ran a motorcycle over a 50-foot cliff, or, I actually ran an ARES net. So let's see what Doris chooses.
Oh, my goodness. I think I'll go with the motorcycle being the truth.
Wrong. I and this is me, right? It's kind of right, but it's wrong. It wasn't a 50-foot cliff. It was only a 30-foot cliff. And I did actually, for a good long time, take a day of the ARES net down in Toledo, Ohio on 2-meter FM. And I was a staple down there for a few years. So, that's until I got a chance to. No, actually, that was way before the Wolverine net. But at any rate, that's the truth. Something I knew you didn't know about me about the ARES net, and I wasn't sure if I told the story about the motorcycle. But all I can say is I was going up a hill, and there was no more hill all of a sudden. So that was it was kind of an exciting moment, and just a slight concussion, and now you know the rest of the story. KADXJ, you're up, and stand by Sean. Oh, wait a minute, Sean's out, so stand by JJM. Jeff, are you there? I want to make sure my on deck people are available. Jeff, are you there? All right, K9JJM, one more time. All right, how about WIV? Tom, are you standing by?
Roger, Roger. Rusty, I am here.
All right, well, you're going to be the one to determine which statement Doris shares is true. So KADXJ, you're up with WBAWIV on standby, on deck there. So go ahead, Doris.
41 degrees, the weather stinks.
He's talking.
And the bad stinks. So they got to go hand in hand. They've got, I think the sunspots are only at 63 and the solar flux indicator is 134. The K's at 2, but it's acting like it's about 8. So anyway, you got any more interesting stories there? Well, before I ask you, I did. My son Chris got home okay. He left Sunday morning at 5 a.m. and drove down to Grand Rapids, flew out of Grand Rapids to Portland. I think he had a car there parked in Portland, and drove back home then to Olympia, Washington. But I had a real good time, and got to show him FT8 and also C4FM. He was kind of interested. So anyway, there's the story. And I didn't do any. Well, I worked today. It was a good day to work because you couldn't do anything outside. It was way too cold, man. But the wind chill here, it's really bad. But we did manage to walk after I got home with one of the dogs, and it still was kind of cold. Anyhow, you got another one of your whoppers to tell me there, Rusty, back to you. WBAVOW, WBAWIV.
All right, WBAWIV, WBAVOW. Yeah, you launched off. You were supposed to be my judge for Doris's whopper, So stand by, and let me turn it over to Doris, and then we'll come back to you and see if you've come up with any. I missed the first part of that conversation because you took off on me, brother, but that's all right. I know it's tough conditions tonight. K8DXJ, let's hear your truth in a whopper.
Okay. It took a while to get back to me. Anyway, I just wanted to say that today was an okay day. Worked on orders today, so that was pretty much my day. And as far as the truth and the untruth, let's go with A being I have two sisters and a brother, and B being I've traveled to 42 states.
All right, Tom, you're up. Which is true?
I think it's you traveled to 42 states. Is that a Roger?
That's a Roger.
Yeah, great. Super.
All right, that's the way the game's supposed to go. All right, Tom, do you have one for us?
Am I supposed to come up with a story?
Yeah, give us a story. Give us a real one and a not real one.
All right. Here they come. I was licensed. Hey, I had a ham radio license for Austria. Or I had a ham radio license for England. Which one's the whopper?
All right, INW, you're up. What do you think?
Okay, WD at INW. I think the whopper is the Austria. I don't know, but
right in the beginning of the day, my lawn service. And so they got, these big zero-turn mowers. So they were out there cutting my grass, which was covered with snow. So they were cutting the snow. And it was doing a pretty good job. It was sucking the snow up, and I guess the grass with it, and blowing it out the chute, and did a pretty nice job. But I've never seen grass being cut with snow on the ground. So that was kind of a new one. All righty, I'm going to check with Charlie, K8BLO. Charlie, are you around? Okay, next up, the man from Milwaukee. Actually, it's Oak Creek. K9WYB, Jim, your turn, and stand by Tom and Linda from K8SG.
Yeah, K8SG, K9WYB. Yeah, I had the same thing, only they weren't cutting grass. The lawn service came over and they were putting, they got chemicals for everything. This particular one was a few weeks ago, and one of those crazy wet, this wasn't a half-inch either of snow. This was one of those crazy, 6-inch wet snows or whatever. And the guy is out there, and I kind of asked him, I said, what are you doing? Is this doing any good? But he was doing the tree root service where he goes to all the trees and sticks this thing in the ground and injects the whatever he's injecting for the tree roots. I could see that. But that would kind of startle me if somebody was coming over and cutting grass and snow. I agree with you. Yeah, this has been some time here this winter for not being able to get out and bad conditions on the air and what have you. Fortunately, I've got Studio B down in the basement where I can turn on a radio and I can have the same access to radio as I do up here, except I can only run 200 watts downstairs. But I can switch the antennas down there, so I can do the radio. I've got two computers down there. Of course, all my computers run on networks, so it's all like having one big computer. And I got my exercise down there that I can, machines that I can do. And I've got my train layout. And I suppose that's where I've been wasting most of my time during these weird conditions is on the train layout. There's always some little thing to do on that. And I've been listening to FT8, and my wife likes the sound of FT8. That is weird. That is like something from outer space. But not too many contacts on there. Here and there I'll pick one up, and that's about it. So that's about it. And yeah, good luck to Jeff there with his procedures he has to go through for his issues there. Thanks for doing it, and we'll catch you tomorrow. K8SG, K9WYB.
Okay, Jim. Well, the game starts at 6:40 your time. So you and I will be watching it together. And as I predicted, I screwed up, and I didn't call Alan, and I'm afraid I've missed him, but let me try. KA9EFD. Alan, are you still there? Obviously not, and it's me bad. God, I don't know why I keep doing that. Alrighty, let's go back to Cedar Springs. Maybe I can renew myself. KC8YOE, Tom and Linda, come on in here, and I'm going to try George again from K8SG.
K8SG, KC8YOE. Yeah, as far as what we do in the band's just bad. I'm studying, Linda's studying. She's been studying constantly here for about 3 weeks, and she's really doing good. I'm really proud of her. So the way it's going, I think she's going to be an extra before I am. But yeah, I've always got some project going outside too, besides radio. And Double I Don mentioned 220. Yep, I've got a 220 FM radio sitting here. I haven't got it plugged in. I haven't got an antenna up for it anymore. But I used to check in with John. He's got a repeater down in Moline, 220 repeater, and I used to talk to him. We used to talk simplex on 220 around Cedar Springs, and had a lot of fun doing that. But as you know, I've been working on tractors out here too, Speed. I had to order some more breaker plungers. I thought I had some, but I didn't. And I think the one that's in that tractor, that old yellow one I showed, I think that one's wore out. But it seems like I've always got some hobby going there. And heard Jerry talking about POTA. I was doing that for a while, and then I got away from it, but I should get in there because I've got quite a few awards. And that's a lot of fun. I got a friend that goes around and does that at different areas. He's big into CW, and boy, he says he gets some pretty good log jams there once in a while. People trying to get a hold of him, especially if it's a park that nobody's worked before, you know. But anyway, we're trying to keep out of trouble, and I'll let you know here in a few weeks how Miss Linda does on her test. I think she's going to ace that thing. So she's over here laughing. But we'll talk to you later. And 7-3 to all. Have a great evening, KC8YOE. Back to that.
Okay, Tom. Sounds great. And
True, still there.
You're cheating, Eric. That's good.
Well, I couldn't win that.
All right, so I figured you Canadians thought we were all related south of the border here anyway. Anything else for the net, Eric?
No, I think I've made my dent for the night.
Well, hey, in my wildest imagination, wouldn't have thought that came up. And I think I'm going to stay away from Ancestry.com. I don't want to know. All right, let's go to VE3KUZ. But before we do, John, are you standing by in Columbia City?
Yeah, got a lot of noise here, but I'm here, W9WN.
All right, well, let's see. KUZ's pretty good station. Bob, what's your day like? And tell us your truth and your fabrication there, my friend.
Well, I don't know how well John's going to copy me, so I'll keep it short. I'll just go straight to the truth or the fabrication one. First, I am a direct descendant of a two-time president of the United States of America, and the other one is I am related to our current Prime Minister of Canada. So go ahead and see if you can get that, John.
John, did you copy?
Yeah, I copied, but boy, I don't know. Oh, let's say he's related to the president.
That's close, but I actually am related to a president, William McKinley, but I'm not a direct descendant because he only had two daughters. He's like a great-great-uncle. And yes, I am sadly related to our current Prime Minister. He is a cousin. I think he's like a fifth cousin to me, so not closely related, but that's my story.
All right, so you're related but not a fan, but we won't go into that because we don't talk politics here on the Wolverine Single Site Fan Net. Good one, Bob. That was great, man. Appreciate that. And let's move on down and pick up John down in Columbia City. This is the Wolverine Single Site Fan Net. And we'll pick up John. And Taz, I know you're standing by. So W9WN, go ahead, sir.
W9WN. Well, let's see. One time I passed a 20-word-a-minute code test in an FCC office, and another time I ran for political office. So there you go.
All right, K8TAS, you're the judge. What do you think?
I didn't copy all that he said.
Okay. At one time, he passed a 20-word-a-minute code test in an FCC office, and the other one was he once ran for office.
That's a tough one. I think he passed the code requirement.
What do you say, John?
Yeah, he hit it right on the head. I've never run for political office ever.
Yeah, you seem to have way too much sense for that. Sorry, all you politicians out there. Nothing personal. Oh, man. But, hey, thanks for playing, John. Everything good? Your day go well? Okay, John, thanks for playing. Did your day go well? I know the band's up and down right now.
I said the band is bad.
All right, we'll move on down to K8TAS, but let me check first if John in Fredonia. Is Fredonia represented tonight on the net, John?
I got to tell you, I've got this thing set up for 1.5 kilohertz. I mean, yeah, and hang on, wrong. Anyway, it's 1,500 watts, and I still can't hear almost anybody here. So I'm not sure whether you're copying even me at this point, but I'm going to have to take a pass. I hope you do this again sometime when this has never been this bad. I'm just flustered. Anyway, back to you, W2FS.
Yeah, sorry, John. You're coming through good over here. Maybe I could throw a little bit more fire in the wire. Let's see if that helps at all. But yeah, you're coming in good over here. And I hear you're having a hard time hearing anybody. But yeah, your station sounds really good. Well, hey, you know what? If maybe this isn't the night to do this, we'll muddle through it and see how it goes. But appreciate you being there tonight. You got anything else for the net before you call it quits?
No, I think I'll pass after this. I just don't feel like I'm contributing much here. Anyway, maybe later in the week or next week, because I've never seen this before.
Yeah, it's just it's a nasty band, that's for sure. But you got a good signal. All right, let me see. Boy, this is going to be a long shot. KD9TYO, can you hear me?
Hearing nothing.
Yeah, I'm not either. All right, let's see. Let's go. You know what? I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to just go ahead and hold on to this idea. Maybe throw it out sometime when band conditions are a little bit better. Taz, why don't we just turn it over to you, and we'll just talk about our days and anybody who wants to do a recheck. We've missed JJM and we missed ABT, but we'll get back on the list. But before I get back on the list, let me go ahead and take a quick standby, see if anybody is hearing us, and if anybody's waiting to get on the list, call now.
AD8MO, Alpha Bravo 8, Mike Oscar.
All right, Andy, got you in at 29. Anybody else out there?
Kilo Bravo 3, Oscar, X-Ray Hotel.
Hey, Bill, Kilo Bravo 3, Oscar, X-Ray Hotel. Anybody else? And Andy's 29, Bill is 30, and we're getting back on the list here and go to Taz. K8TAS. Hey, you know, might not be the night for questions and whoppers there, but go ahead there, sir. I hope you can hold yours till when we try it again. Oh, who knows when.
WB8VOW, Rusty. This is Kilo 8 Tango Alpha Sierra Taz in Romulus. We're holding at 40 degrees. Started off at 35 degrees. We had snow, rain, mixed off and on today, so it just rained all day. That's pretty much our day here in Romulus. We just stayed on the warm side of the door playing FT8, and we did pick up New Country, Isle of Man. I thought I had them on sideband, but looks like I didn't. So that was New Country on FT8. So just throwing CQ out there. And yeah, in the early 60s, we lived in a lot of states before we came up here to Michigan. So with that, Rusty, thanks for doing it. Thanks for being there, doing a great job as always. And we will pick up the file after the net. Enjoying everybody's comments. WB8VOW, K8TAS. Back to you.
All right, K8TAS, WB8VOW. Well, thanks, Taz. And appreciate you being there and picking up the file and doing all the stuff you do for us. We'll see. W2FS was throwing in the towel, and I don't blame them if things are so noisy. RNA was in and out, so it brings us back to KD9TYO. Jim and Plover, I'll try you one more time. Are you there, Jim?
Cricket.
Yeah, I'm not hearing him either. Let's see about George in the wonderful metropolis of Highland, Indiana. Member number 593, AC9XN. You're up, my second George. Hey, how you doing, George?
Okay there, Whiskey Bravo 8, voice of the Wolverine. This is Alpha Charlie Niner, X-Ray November, 5 miles south of Lake Michigan in beautiful Highland, Indiana. Band conditions are absolutely abysmal. The alpha index is up around 76. Even on the SDR isn't even picking up the signals well. I can hear you though, Rusty. You're coming in fairly well. Doris came in fairly well, so it's not a total loss, but we did have a good day today. Sunny day. We got a very cold north wind coming right down the lake, 17 miles an hour. Nothing really exciting going on down here in Highland today, so thanks for picking me up, buddy. You are the voice of the Wolverines. Alpha Charlie 9, X-Ray November, 73, and back to you.
All right, George. Well, hey, thanks for being there, and I was able to pull you out on the SDR here, which was great. Man, it's just a noisy night. What can I say? But thanks for being there tonight, and maybe we'll play this little game some other time. Let's go to KD9FJI. That's Art in Fort Wayne. And then stand by, Private First Class Maury. We're coming your way in Monroe next. But first, go ahead, Art.
Hello and good evening, Mr. Rusty and the rest of the Wolverines out here. I guess get to know you better night is down the drain, that's for sure. Anyway, I got a question for the extra class people out there. I went to electrician school in the Navy, and I was an electrician on an aircraft carrier, but I learned something. Now, I want to know if electrons move faster than the speed of light, or are electrons much slower than the speed of light because they have mass? I don't know. Can anybody answer that?
Let me throw it out there to the group. Okay, the technical question of the night. I like this. Do electrons move faster than the speed of light, the same as the speed of light, or are they slower because they have mass? We got anybody that wants to venture a guess there?
W08A.
Go ahead.
This is W8A, Mark, Waverly, Ohio. They're slightly slower. That's why you have the velocity factor and all that stuff. It's not the speed of light, but it's close. If you're talking about in the wire, if it's that's why if he's talking about coax cable. Over.
Yeah, coax cable, just electrons, period. You're absolutely right. They have mass and they're just a little bit slower than the speed of light.
Hey, that was a good question. I like that. That was fun, and way to go, Mark. Got you on the list here as well. But yeah, it was good. Anything else for the net, Art?
No, I don't know. Trying to get to know me better. I flunked the 10th grade, joined the Navy, went to Navy electrician school, graduated 7 and 11. 22 of us started, 11 of us finished. And I was an electrician on an aircraft carrier. Boy, they got a degaussing system. Anyway, after that, I went to California, and I went on a wheat harvest. My next door neighbor said, "You doing anything?" I said, "Yeah, I said, no, just kicking around." He said, "You want to drive a combine?" I said, "Sure, why not?" We went on a wheat harvest. Went to the Cheyenne Rodeo while we were on the wheat harvest. Then I went to California because a couple of friends of mine were out there, high school friends, and shared an apartment with them, and went to night school. And we had a little closet in the apartment, and I put a light in there, and that's why I would study at night. But I graduated Fairfax High School and got my diploma, high school diploma from there in L.A. So, yeah, now you know me.
Hey, that's all right. That was a good, quick synopsis, and I appreciate that. That's what the net's all about, is just getting to know each other, and absolutely, that was awesome. So, at any rate, thanks for being there, Art, and you have a great night, and I'm looking forward to catching you soon, I'm sure. And we'll move on down the list and pick up Private First Class Maury, WB8PFC. Come on in and stand by, Don. Maury, are you awake? All right, we'll give him the yellow stripe of shame here. He probably had a phone call or numerous other things. I'm sure he didn't fall asleep on me, but yeah, that's possible too. At any rate, 88II, member number 626, number 20 on our list tonight. Don, you're up, and then stand by KD9DZR.
WB8VOW, 88II. Wow, the one time that I'm actually ready for the quiz and didn't get a chance to play. Wow, it's like going on let's make a deal and not not getting picked, no matter how ridiculous your costume is, right? Anyway, I had a couple good ones, but when you don't know somebody, who knows what they're saying? But anyway, don't ask me to remember them. Next time you bring this up, I'll probably draw a blank and not be able to do anything. But I had a couple goodies. But But other than that, yeah, it kind of snowed this morning, and then now it's blue skies and sunny. What are you going to do? Don't you love Michigan? I mean, you can wake up and it's snowing and covering the grass, and by the time you go home at night, it's 45 degrees. But anyway, I think that was a great topic. I think it was going to be a lot of fun. I caught on to what you were doing, and I was really enjoying the answers. I thought they were fun. So that's all I got without playing the game. So I'll get back to you. 88II, back to net control, Russ. I hope everybody on the Wolverine has a great week. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm too tempted, man. Now you've tempted me. Let's hear them. I want to hear them.
All right. Well, real quick. So I'm on my honeymoon in Hawaii. And I rented a plane and flew around the island and had a good time. And then that night, after having so much fun flying, I went on a night dive off the Molokini Crater. And the other one is I played a football game in Notre Dame Stadium. Go ahead.
Okay, I am going to go with the football in Notre Dame as being the truth.
Wow, how did you figure that one out? Yeah, that actually is the truth. I went to school with Eric Parseghian's daughter, Karen. God bless her. Rest in peace. She's a sweet soul. We were in high school, and I'd love to regale you with how I was a college player, but I wasn't. A bunch of us from the high school football team went to the stadium and actually played on the field in the stadium. I did go to Hawaii on my honeymoon, and I did dive the Molokini Crater at night, and I am a pilot, but I did not rent a plane earlier that day. So it's splitting hairs, but I was having fun with that one. Go ahead, Rusty.
That's how the game was played. Was there a comment?
NXUY. I think it could possibly be a bad day if you were diving in the morning and then flying in the afternoon or vice versa. That could be bad on your eardrums, I think.
Yeah, and that's a big Roger because we know physiology. I am a pilot and I am a diver, and you don't want to do two in the same day if you can help it.
Roger. I know this. How do you like that one, Rusty? NXUY. Back to you, buddy.
I am amazed at the breadth and depth of the knowledge that surfaces on this net, and that's one of the many reasons I love it. And, Don, that was exactly the way to play the game. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll do it again sometime with better band conditions for sure. All right, let's go see if we can get the voice of New Buffalo, member number 502, number 23 on the list tonight. That'd be Tony. Tony, you're up, and then stand by, Brad. KA8UGB, are you there?
Tony, you're up.
Kicking sand.
Oh, I thought I heard him. Were you on low power?
Yeah.
Samuel, you're too smart. I hear his voice.
We are politely standing by for Pastor Tony, but I don't know. How long do you have to be polite with a pastor?
Whatever it takes.
I don't know. That's the one I should have used. I was worship leader at a church. I don't know if anybody knew that or not, but I used to fight with the pastor. Well, a little bit. All right. One more time for KA8UGB, and then we'll just have you do a recheck if you get it back together there, Tony. Let's go to KC9KRX. Hey, Bradley, are you with me down there in Hobart?
Yes, sir. WB8BOW, KC9KRX. Oh, we're hearing you better now. Good evening to all. Hope everybody's doing okay and having a good evening here. Starting to hear more people now. And other than that, we're doing okay, and hope everybody's having a good evening, relaxing as it kind of winds on down here. And other than that, like I say, everybody's sounding good. We're going to kind of see what our Cubbies do tonight, see if they can win. And yes, the last couple there they lost, but It happens sometimes, but just want to come in and say hello, wave a hand to all, and everybody have a good evening here. Mobile safety if you got to go anywhere, and hopefully we'll be here tomorrow. WB8BOW, KC9KRX.
All right. Well, it's great to hear you tonight, Bradley, and hope you're staying dry and staying warm. And, all these guys are talking about sunshine breaking out. We haven't seen that here. We've got nothing but dreary, cloudy skies. In fact, I was supposed to go camping this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. We were going to go to a deep sky park over there in Hudson, Michigan. And, I think all the deep sky is going to be is deep full of water. So I think we may just cancel and rebook another night. But, we'll see what happens. We'll give it another day and make a decision tomorrow. All right, well, let's take a quick standby here at 20 minutes till the hour and see if anybody else would like to get on the Wolverine single sideband net. If so, give me your call.
88 TFL.
All right, okay, I heard CFL in there, got you in at 32. And then who was in and out?
Alpha Juliet 0 Whiskey X-ray.
Any relays?
Alpha Juliet, come back again.
Alpha Juliet Oscar Whiskey Echo, I think.
Alpha Juliet 0 Whiskey X-ray.
Alpha Juliet 0 Whiskey X-ray.
All right, we got him. Thank you very much for the relay. And I think that was W1 CFL down there? Well, I'll poke around here and figure out what the call sign is. Yeah, the band is just not, it hasn't settled down. Sometimes I hear people and I hear them well, and then there's the other times. So, all right, well, we'll deal with what we got here. So, at any rate, let me make a couple quick entries into NetLogger, and I don't know, we'll figure it out. Let's move on down the list here and pick up, let's see, I think Paul was going to come back and talk to us. Let's see if we gave him enough time. We're moving at a pretty good clip tonight. KA9TSD, working on those amplifiers. Man, I really enjoyed your comments yesterday. And then standby Sam, XUY. But, Paul, you're up. How you doing in Osceola?
Relay.
Okay, relay, go ahead.
Alpha Juliet 0 Whiskey X-ray was the one, and the other one was KD8GFL, Gary. It took me a minute to get downstairs. WD at INW.
Oh, bless your heart, man. I appreciate that. All right, we got KD8GFL in at 32, HA0WX in and out, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you so much, George. All right, well, let's go ahead and pick up Paul. Paul, George bought you a little time. Are you back?
All right, yeah, I'm back here, and I don't really have a whole lot to report today. Just still working on those goofy amplifiers. I got a radio I was going to look at and see if I could do something with, but anyway, I guess the big thing here is I think we got those cavity amplifiers working on 220. It's actually below their operating frequency. In other words, below 225 megahertz. So I had to rework the input cavity because somebody already did a number on it, and I think I got it back to about where it was. And so it looks like it's going to work out okay. But boy, is that a touchy amplifier. It's one of those old military things, the AM 6155. This one's got a flash, GRT 22. I think that describes the cavity section of it in the RF DAC. So anyway, the RF deck itself actually pulls out like a drawer. So, you don't have to carry that big heavy amplifier around to the bench. You just pull out the RF deck and go to work on it. That's not too bad. But yeah, I'm getting ready to have some chili, and Mom's doing it really good. And I got her up. She's downstairs. We're going to watch a movie, and she'll probably wait to eat later. But I'm going to have some chili now. But anyway, everybody sounded pretty good, Rusty. Sounds like the band has kind of come up a little, so that's good. Yeah, earlier it was terrible, but now we got it. So anyway, back to you, Rusty. WB8 VOW KA9TSD, Osceola, Indiana.
All right, Paul. Well, way to go on those. Yeah, I remember some of the stuff I used to work on, some of the microwave stuff and that I worked on the Turnpike, and man, some of that stuff, it was all rack mounted, and you had modules that you could slide in there, and if you needed to take them apart, yeah, you just popped them out and pulled them over on a workbench and get going on them. See if you could see what was not working. But way to go, man. Well, hey, it's good talking to you tonight. I'm glad you were able to join us, and yeah, good luck with that stuff. That's just awesome. You think about how much that stuff probably cost back in the day. Especially the military stuff. I mean, and boy, it's just amazing. So have fun with that. Let's go to N8XUY, number 28 on our list, member number 531, and of course the 2021 station of the year, as well as our net manager. That would be Mr. Sam, and then stand by Andy.
WB8VOW. Well, good evening, Rusty, and hello to everyone on the Wolverine single sideband net. This is N8XUY, Manchester, Michigan. Feeling a little under the weather still, but we are improving, and I'll be checking in with the doctor in person tomorrow after a video visit today. We're going to find out. They're going to test me to see if I have influenza or maybe the COVID, but I don't think I have the COVID or something else. And then they're going to try to get me all better and back in shape, and I'm looking forward to that. Hey, Rusty, if you have a minute, I will give you a truth or a whopper if you want to give it a whirl. I'm hearing you fine.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
Hamburger. Okay, well, I've been around the block a few times here on this planet, and when I think of truths and whoppers, there's all, some are real, some are, things are not always what they appear to be, but in my world, there was a time, way back in the 60s and 70s, when I was pretty happening in the Detroit metro radio market, and I did a lot of emceeing and things like that. It was really cool, and I got to hang around with a lot of the local rock and roll people like Bob Seger, Ted Nugent. We'd actually go see them over at the local Garden City Park, and my friends would be going, "Hey, you go to the park tonight?" "Oh, yeah, who's playing?" "Well, Bob's playing tonight," or maybe Ted's playing tonight, Seeger or Nugent accordingly. But in 1967, at the Grande Ballroom in Detroit, I got to MC the show that featured, believe it or not, The Who on their first Detroit show. That was the one before they went to the Southfield High School show, and that was their debut show. And lucky me, being a local radio guy, I got to do that. Well, that's pretty cool. Always will remember that one. And then the other one here that I could tell you about is back in the day, right here in Michigan, once saved the life of an international spy. That's right. I once saved the life of a CIA international spy, and she was near death right in Inkster, Michigan, and I was able to be there right at the right time and help her stay alive. You can pick.
Oh, man, that's tough. I mean, I'm going to go with the spy because it's the most outrageous.
And there was a comment?
Yeah, I got a comment here. Rusty, he did the Heimlich maneuver on him because he was choking on a whopper.
Bingo! There you. Well, you know, Rusty, you are right. I actually saved the life of a wife of an international spy. Go ahead, back to you. N8XUY, great group.
Oh my gosh, you just came up like 30 over. Yeah, boy. The band is still settling down, and it was great. That was exactly what I'm looking for, Sam, and a lot of fun, man. You know, and I wouldn't have doubted the emceeing part, because I got to do a little bit of that even as a little part-timer on a 1,000-watt AM station, and the emceeing was always a lot of fun. It's amazing how everybody, you know, it's like they couldn't. This is funny, and now I'm going to save this for a later story. I'm not going to tell that story, but sometimes it's just interesting what comes your way when you happen to be in the radio biz, I guess. I'm not sure I'd call it the entertainment industry. That might be stretching at least my involvement a bit. So good stuff all the way. All right, this is WB8VOW, and I'm going to take a quick pause since the band came up and see if anybody wants to get on the net tonight before we go to AB8MO. Give me a call, WB8VOW for the Wolverines. Well, maybe the band didn't come up that much. Hey, Andy, AB8MO, you're up, and it's Standby Bill.
I think Ray was there.
Check-in.
Okay, I had a check-in. Let's go with the check-in, and I think there was a comment, too, but let's go with the check-in.
Okay, the check-in was Kilo Juliet 4, Sierra Bravo Charlie.
Ray, all the way down there, man, you got good ears, Doris. I could not hear him. The band has not been that forgiving yet. But got you in at 34, Ray, and you're about 6 down, 5 down, something like that. Anybody else before we see if there was another comment there?
Oh, that was me mentioning Ray was in there, too.
All right. Well, you know, you guys always give me double protection. I appreciate that. AB8MO, you're up. Our backup go-to guy in Burton, Ohio. Go ahead there, Andy. How's your day going? And then stand by KB3OXH. Hello, Andy.
Right.
AB8MO.
Sure that everything was good. This is AB8MO. You copy me okay?
Pretty tough copy. You're kind of in my noise level, but I can hear you.
Good in Manchester.
All right, yeah, all I got is 100 watts, so that's all I got, and sorry, I ain't got no more. So anyway, this is AB8MO. I've really had to change a lot of stuff on my remote. It's got really, really high, and I've been trying to reset them here. I'm back. The didn't go up at all. I don't know. Third way too. Hey, yeah, bands all over the place. Sam was the first one since John and Fredonia was about 25, almost 30 over S9. And Sam was just over S9. Everybody, you're about S4, S5. But I'm hearing you. It's just things are kind of suppressed. Yeah, I was really confused with this whole band thing, or not band thing, with Truth or Whopper. I couldn't figure out what Burger King had to do with anything, but I finally figured out what the Whopper part was. Back to you there, Rusty. Everybody have a good evening. This
7, but you were still copyable, and yeah, you did fine. Your 100 watts in a wire does fine. It is just a weird band. That's all there is to it. So, well, let's go down to West Virginia and pick up Bill, member number 631, KB3OXH. You're up, and then stand by WO8A. Boy, that's easy to say. We'll be coming to you next. But Bill, go ahead.
WB8VOW from KB3OXH. Good evening, Rusty. Everyone here on the Wolverine Net. Yeah, the band is up and down. When Andy first started, I could barely hear him, and he finished up just about at S9. So, crazy crazy way the band's been the last couple of days. Anyway, I got 54 degrees here in the northern panhandle this evening. It was a nice sunny day, a lot warmer than yesterday, but we had a hard freeze last night, so there goes the altitude. Anyway, I hope you can hear me. Everyone have a great evening. Thanks for picking me up, Rusty. KB3OX8, back to the net.
All right, KB3OH WB8VOW. Yeah, you were right there at the noise level, but just above, and I heard everything, and I envy your sunshine. We need some sunshine, but I don't think we're going to see it for a while. Well, wait a minute. I should say Thursday, I think they said it was going to be sunny, but then we're going back into the soup Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, oh, well, that's the way it goes, and that's the way of it up here, that's for sure. Thanks for being there, Bill. Appreciate that, and hope everything's good at the airport, and we'll look forward to hearing you when band conditions are a little bit better. How about Mark over in Waverly? You had a strong signal, W08A. You're up, and then stand by KD8GFL.
All righty. Well, thanks a lot there, Rusty. WB8VOW. This is Whiskey Ocean 8 Alpha here in Waverly, Ohio. And, yeah, truth is stranger than fiction there for sure. I'm having a hard time thinking up of a whopper that you would almost think it might be the truth. But I know I worked with John Cougar Mellencamp for a few months, setting up rock for tots around Christmas time, and it was a thing that he did in Chillicothe, Indiana. And I worked with the radio station. I was promoting some bands, and we had a benefit set up, and we called it Rock for Tots, and for the local kids and everybody. But he was coming to town because people in Chillicothe said, "Hey, you did Chillicothe there, come here," and he picked the same daggone day. So I got with his manager, and we worked out a deal where there was a free concert, but people would bring in a unwrapped toy, and for the concert, that was the admission. We've done that now for over 30 years. Every Christmas, they still have a Rock for Tots, but he helped us kind of get it going. It was just sort of a coincidence with that. And I can't think of a whopper, except it sounds good. I'm hungry. W08A, back to you.
Hey, Mark, you and I are on the same page there. W08A, big signal tonight. WB8VOW. And, I love John Cougar Mellencamp, especially the Scarecrow album. I quote that thing so often. I can't remember what song it was. I could figure it out, I'm sure. But he has that... He had that line, and his words are just so good. I know there's a balance. I see it when I swing past. Oh, I love that. And then, let's see, Miles to Memories, I think, was the other song that, Honest Man's Pillow is his peace of mind. I mean, that guy he could just flat out write. And what a thrill it must have been to hang around him for a while. And what a great artist. I really enjoy a lot of the stuff he's done, and even his recent stuff. I think it's a lot of fun when I could find something new by him. So thanks for being a part of our net tonight. Really appreciate that. Let's go to KD8GFL. That's Gary up there in Spruce. And then we'll be at the bottom of the list taking additional check-ins at the top of the hour. But go ahead, Gary.
Okay, well, thanks, Rusty. KD8GFL, Gary here in the metropolis of Spruce, on the east side of Hubbard Lake, where it's finally quit raining and snowing. And there's no accumulation on the snow, but what the heck, it's, what else? But it wasn't too bad of a day. Unfortunately, I had to take my wife in to get her neck worked done. Yeah, she was in a lot of pain. So I got her in with the masseuse, and he went over pretty good. Now she's up soaking in a hot tub. Hopefully she can get some of those muscles to relax a little bit. Nothing so bad. But anyway, talking about different functions of the radio and whatnot that you can do. There's a lot there. There's a whole lot there. And I used to be pretty happy with just working on tuning for a while. And I say, hey, we better start doing something different. Yeah, it worked out. We got things set up here, and I talked all over Europe. That was nice. That was good. Anyway, with that, I am going to give it back to you, Rusty. Thanks for bringing me in. Everybody have a great evening. Be safe out there. GFL.
All right, KD8 GFL, WB8 VOW. Well, I'll tell you, it was rough copy at first, but you came up to a nice S9, and just so glad you were able to be on the net tonight. We'll hope for some better conditions as the sun settles down, and who knows what else is playing into all this. Well, I lied. I said we were at the bottom of the list, but we're not. We still got Ray out there. But I'm gonna take a pause here to see if anybody else wants to get on the list, and then we'll go to Ray. But this is the Wolverine single sideband net, and we're looking for general check-ins.
November Alpha 8 India.
Whiskey Bravo 8, Bravo Hotel Kilo.
November 8, Sierra Oscar Bravo, recheck.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Gene.
Pretty clean subject.
All right, let's see if I got this because my pen quit writing. All right, I think I got NA8I, and then WB8BHK, and then a recheck from Mr. Sean. But let me make sure, NA8I, you're number 35, QSL?
QSL.
All right, WB8BHK, number 36.
Roger, Dodger.
All right, before we go to Sean, anybody else?
November 8, Bravo, Charlie Foxtrot.
N8BCF is out there.
I could hear him like a voice in my head, boy. All right, Bob, got you in at 37. Anybody else? All right, we got some rough road ahead of us, but let's see how KJ4 SBC does. And, well, no, wait a minute. Before I go, I'm going to go back and pick up Sean. That's what I said I was going to do. Ray, you hang on there. We'll get to you. NASOB, and then stand by KJ4 SBC.
All right there, Rusty. WB8VOW. This is N8SOB. We're real good there. I was sitting here thinking about some truths, some whoppers. Oh man! But here, let me go ahead and can I direct this to Gene?
Oh yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah, we kind of gave the game up because the conditions are so bad. But go ahead, man. Let's have some fun.
All right, let me go and see if I can pull this guy's leg, just because he's so close. There's no conditions can get between us, but anyway, good to get Gene in here. I'm not sure if you've been listening too long, but try to guess which one my whopper is. So, I guess the first one, it was a pretty neat experience. Down at MIS, and it was a pretty hefty ticket to get to do this, but it was a NASCAR experience, and I have been 200 mile an hour in a race car, and so that was there's one, and then the next one would be that I've went bungee jumping off a bridge somewhere around Holton Lake. So over to you there, Gene. Which one's my whopper there? N8AI, N8SOB.
The bungee jumper.
You got it, buddy. See, this guy knows me too well. I like speed. Thanks for being in there. But other than that, had a good day. It's Tuesday. 3 more to go. Currently 42 degrees. Good deal here, Rusty. Back to you, WB8VOW from N8SOB.
Okay, I was with Gene. I figured it was the bungee jumping, mostly because you set up around Holton Lake, and I've never seen that up there. If you'd have said the River Gorge, what is that down there in West Virginia? That might have made me think about it. But you got to be smooth when you tell these things. All right, let's go to KJ4SBC and just see how Ray's doing down there in Colliersville today. How's the temperature down there? And then stand by N88I.
WB8 VOW and the group. This is Chinook to the F4 here, Bravo Charlie, right out here in Pineville. Currently 67 degrees. It's been kind of very, very light breeze today, but the sun has been out most of the time and feels pretty doggone good out there. But anyway, not getting a whole lot done today. Doggone felt good all day, so we just kind of relaxed, checking in, staying at the house and trying to get a little bit better. Other than that, not a whole lot going on, and everyone have yourself a great evening. This is Chinook to the F4 here, Bravo Charlie. I do have the list for the next one.
Hey, Ray, check relay the list.
All right, I hear you, Donnie. Hey, Ray. Oh man, you were a struggle, but I did hear you. And man, I'm gonna get out some net wax, and we're gonna see if we can polish this net up a little bit before the Central Gulf Coast hurricaners get in here, because you deserve better than this, man. And Donnie, I'll add you to the list. Let's go and pick up N88I. That's Gene over there, neighbors to Sean. Boy, that must be a responsibility that weighs heavy on you there, Gene. And stand by, BHK will be coming to you next.
You okay, Rusty? Fine business. Well, you see, my thinking was this. Anybody that bungee jumps is genetically improper, and Sean's way away from that, so I knew he could never go bungee jumping. So that was why I made that choice. And anyway, so let's see, my truth and my whopper. Okay, I earned a certificate as a bus mechanic, and I earned a bachelor's degree in electronics. So let's see how tough that is for somebody.
Comment.
Go comment. You make a guess.
Yeah, not to answer that one, but if Sean said Milwaukee Bridge, I might have believed him.
I got one for Gene. I think you got, the truth is you did the bus thing.
Exactly.
I remember, I've heard you talking about it, so good deal. I bet you were close to wanting to get your electrician.
Well, I got out of high school and I started in mechanics working at the speed and cycle shop there on Lapeer, across from the El Rancho Motel, and then I started and I worked at the school bus garage in high school at co-op, and found out that going and working on buses in 0-degree weather, going out and retrieving them when they're died wasn't no fun. So I got a chance to get into printing trades, so that's how I ended up in the printing trade, Sean.
Well, good deal, good deal. See, this is, we kind of know a little bit, and then we get to learn a little bit more. This is pretty good there, Rusty. N8SOB. Thanks, Gene.
Later, N8I. 7-3, everybody.
Good exchange all the way around. Way to go. Hey, Gene, thanks for bringing that to us. And one of these days we'll roll this out again. We'll try to play it, and everybody will probably feel a little bit more comfortable with it. I think the secret is you really got to write them down, because otherwise your voice will give away which is the one. So, all right, let's go and pick up Herb down in Mount Gilead, Ohio, WB8BHK, and stand by. We'll be going down to Georgia. I got to find myself an SDR to hear you, Bob. But we'll be going to Bob next. But go ahead and pick it up there, Herb.
Okay, very good evening, Rusty, to you and everybody else on the net tonight. I got about an S8 noise level here, but you're S9 plus a little bit, so I'm copying you and some of the other fellows. I didn't catch a whole lot because I just got in here. I just heard Sean and the last couple of fellows. But I guess very quickly, if I were to say truth or what'd you call it? Truth or doozy or something like that. When I grew up in Detroit, and when I was about 12 years old, I suppose it was 12, something like that, 12 or 13, my buddies and I decided that we needed something to get a little more excited about than just riding our bicycles around. So we started stealing cars. We didn't sell them, we didn't tear them apart, we didn't vandalize them, we just took them for joyrides. And And then the other one, I believe it or not, even though I was a car thief, ultimately went to a university and a seminary and became a Methodist minister. So that's the stories. Back to you, Rusty. WB8VOW, WB8BHK.
So are both of those true, or am I supposed to guess which is not?
Well, I thought the idea was to guess which is not.
Yeah, so I'm thinking the car. I don't know. I'm thinking the car thief is the not truth one. But yeah, let me know.
Wrong.
Well, you know what? I know Methodists can be very liberal, but I never knew about the car thief stuff. As long as you didn't have as long as you didn't take and get a ring of Methodist ministers who were car thieves. That's amazing, Herb. Anything else for the net?
No, nothing else for the net. It was a beautiful sunny day here in central Ohio. The wife and I got a few things accomplished around the house, and I go back to work tomorrow, so I got to scoot out of here in a little bit as I'm going to be getting up at 3 a.m. to go to work for the day. So back to you, Rusty. WB8VOW, WB8BHK, over.
All right. Well, hey, Herb, thanks for being there tonight. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's really awesome. And you know, I'm glad nobody got hurt and nobody got incarcerated. That's the main thing. All right, let's pick up N8BCF down there in Norcross. Bob, I could barely hear you last time through, but let's see what happens. Go ahead and make one, and then stand by Donnie.
Good evening, Rusty. WB8VOW from November Data South Southwest, Bob, Norcross, Georgia. Well, hopefully you can hear me a little better this time, Rusty, but this is Russ.
Jeff, go ahead. Your turn.
Great topic. And my A answer is that on the fishing expedition on the coast of Central America, out there near the drop-off, as they call it down there, I landed a 400-pound blue marlin offshore fishing. And my B answer is that I used to teach school, and tried to learn some things with the people. So those are the two answers. Guess which one's yours?
All right, I think you turned her loose there, Bob. Man, the marlin sounded pretty good to me.
Shellfish off the coast of Guatemala. Wasn't a 400-pound marlin, it was 110-pound shellfish. And yes, I went to school down here in Atlanta for the electrical industry. The independent contractors had a school. I taught math for 2 semesters and taught first year electrical theory and code. On an extended vacation, I took a boy, went up to Grand Marais fishing. The physics teacher in high school made me teach electronics in class for a week to make up for what I missed. So, close on the fishing.
All right, Bob. Well, listen, man, I'm barely able to dig you out there. Anything else tonight for the net, my friend?
Are you over there, Bob?
Yeah, Roger, I'll back to you.
Over.
All right, yeah, I was hearing just enough to kind of go along, and then it got a little noisy there. Well, hey, man, you take care. Thanks for joining us, Bob. Appreciate that. It's always good to hear you. Know that you're on this side of the sod and be able to talk to us. We like that, and we'll look for better conditions tomorrow, I hope. So maybe we'll catch you then. I thought I heard Donnie jumping in there on top of Ray. KK4EKK, are you on our list?
Donnie down in Clarksville, your turn.
Might have been just one of the voices in my head, but I thought I heard him.
No, he did. He was trying to get in there, let Ray know. Hey, tell him, relay me in. He said, I heard Donnie. Hey, Donnie, Kilo, 4 Echo, Kilo. You there, buddy? Yeah, he's not there now. He's gone. But he was there. I heard him. N8SOB.
All right. Well, I was going to the shrink tomorrow. I was hearing those voices, those Donnie voices in my head. But thank you, Sean, for verifying that he was not a figment of my imagination. Well, hey, we're down to the bottom of the list, which means we need more people on the list. And, anybody who's kind of listening and hasn't gotten on the list, well, this is where you come in and give me your call sign. This is WB8VOW, and I'm taking general check-ins for the Wolverine single sideband net. And you know what? There's no waiting. You'll be instant up. Just give me a call.
KHCG
Echo 8, November Echo Delta.
Whiskey 8 Kilo Sierra.
All the cool kids are here now, Rusty.
Yeah, I missed one though. I don't have those ears like Sean. So I got KE8NED, Mark, and then I heard Kickin' Sand in there, Jeff. But who else was there?
Greg.
Go for Greg.
Oh, that's that really nice guy, KHCGS. Well, it's good to hear him, man. You're right. All the cool kids are here. Let's turn it over to Mark. KE8NED. How you doing? And stand by, Kickin' Sand.
WB8BOW in the net. This is KE8NED. Well, back to the QTH. I was mobiling, listening, but I couldn't reach you, Rusty. Guess the band is just not favorable enough. Here's my truth and whopper. I shook the hand of a president, and I shook the hand of a pope. So I'll leave it to you guys to sort that one out.
I'm going to go with the president was the lie.
Incorrect. I shook Ronald Reagan's hand, and I didn't shake the Pope's hand, but I did get personally blessed by the Pope. So my mom is pretty proud of that. She's not too concerned about the president part.
Yeah, Sam, I think you got your box on. That was too funny. The laugh was the best part of that one. You guys couldn't have coordinated that better. Well, that's awesome, Mark. And the only reason I was thinking the Pope, because I knew you were Catholic, but that's too funny. All right, good one, man. Anything else for the net tonight? Hey, we're thinking about getting together. I meant to call you this morning, and they got carried away. Sam, myself, Sean, and Taz, we were going to go over and see Larry on Saturday the 6th if you've got time.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah, I'll connect with you.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're looking at rectifying this antenna thing because we can't lose the heart of our net.
Absolutely. Thanks very much. Thanks for what you're doing for the net, Rusty. This is KE8NED. Back to you.
All right. Thanks a lot there. And that was a good one. So let's go to W8 Kickin' Sand over there at Norton Shores, hoping he's still commercial free. And then stand by, Greg. We'll be coming to you next.
Well, the fact of the matter is, Rusty, that we might have to start running commercials. We've got problems over here, and it takes big boy pants to get through these problems. But anyway, just kidding. Let's see. Truth or dare? Not truth or dare, but truth or... Okay. I all but drowned a Chihuahua in a French wishing well in Cannes, France, and I climbed Mount Vesuvius in Italy.
All right. Anybody want to take a guess on which one Jeff did? He almost drowned a Chihuahua in France in a French well, or he climbed Mount Vesuvius? Anybody?
First one.
doggy.
I'm going with the doggy, too. Wait a minute, though, Sam. You're saying the doggy's true or false?
I'm saying he almost drowned the dog.
Well, folks, you're right. I almost drowned a dog in the public well in the heart of Kansas, France, at the beach. He was barking at my feet, and I picked him up and then let him go.
Oops.
How did that go over with the locals?
There was one guy that was upset, but the rest of them were just laughing.
There you go. All right. Who said the French don't have a sense of humor? That's good.
Écoutez, écoutez.
And anyway, so moving right along here, and no, I did not climb Mount Vesuvius in Sicily, but the thought did cross my mind. They had trips that took you up so far and all that good stuff when I was in the service, but I didn't go on that one. So anyway, well, on the serious note there, folks, just wanted to let everybody know, and I will confirm when I get the confirmation that I've been diagnosed with liver cancer. So I'm going to have a needle biopsy done on Thursday in conjunction with a ultrasound. And once that needle biopsy results is in, then we'll know what, where, when, and hopefully what we're going to do. So that's all the info I really have at this point, and I just wanted to let everybody on the net know. And starting Monday, we'll be camping. So we're not going far. We're only going to Grand Haven, so not to worry. So we'll be in on the net with the remote. So everybody have a good evening out there. Thanks, Rusty, for letting us in. We appreciate it. And we'll catch everybody in here hopefully tomorrow night. This is Whiskey 8 Kilo Sierra, back to net control.
All right, Jeffrey. Well, you know you're in my prayers and probably everybody's prayers on the net here that everything goes well on the biopsy. And you know they get to the center of things and know what a good treatment would be, and that won't mess your summer up. That you'll be able to get it done maybe in one and done kind of fashion. But at any rate, I'm hoping things come out well for you. I know you haven't been feeling good, and hope things go well for you, my friend. Looking forward to the updates when you can get them to us. K8CGS, you're my tail gunner tonight here, Greg, but you know that's kind of unusual. You're usually on the front half of the list. How you doing?
Oh, I've been doing better, but I have some guests here for a couple of weeks that are helping me and making me feel better and all that kind of stuff. This is Kilo 8 Charlie Golf Sierra, Greg in Southwest Michigan. Thank Rusty. And I think I only caught the last three. So you're supposed to tell two stories, and one of them's truthful and one of them's not?
Yeah, so that's the way we started it out, but I'll tell you the conditions were so bad that we finally gave up on it. People just couldn't hear each other, and I tabled it for another night, but I didn't erase it from the net logger. So I think some of the guys that were in early and just came back, you know, had a few stories, but that's okay. If you got them, if you don't, that's okay too.
Okay, well, I know Kate Upton, and I was also a 4.0 student. There you go.
I think the 4.0 student is the truth. Sam, what do you think?
4.0.
I think me knowing Kate Upton would be better.
True.
Oh, we double. I think Kate Upton would be better. And 8SOB.
But he thought the Kate Upton. So we got two for the 4.0, one for Kate Upton. What is the answer?
I know Kate Upton.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Wham bam!
That's impressive. Explain.
My son went to high school. She in the town of St. Joseph. That's her family. That's where she graduated high school. And you walk down the streets. My daughter knew her. She's nanny for the Upton family, and so I've been introduced quite a few times.
Hey, that's pretty awesome, man. That's a cool story.
Does that mean?
All right. Anything else? What's going on with you, man? How's things going overall?
Say again. There was an awful lot of tripling.
Yeah, who's that lady married to? Some famous baseball guy?
Yeah, I don't follow baseball, but I think he's Chicago.
Verlander.
Never, but he was a Detroiter.
Verlander.
Yeah, joking.
Thanks, Rusty.
Hey, I like Jason. He was all right. You know, it was really interesting. Whenever Jason started hitting a slump, there was usually personal turmoil behind it, like a girl had gotten in his head or who knows what. But I don't know. I'm sure I wasn't the only one that noticed that, and I understand it, you know. But all right, we're at the bottom of the list. And Greg, it was great hearing you, man. I'm glad you're doing okay. Glad you had some company for a while. That's awesome. If anybody would like to get on the list, give me a call. WB8VOW. This is the Wolverine Single Sideband Net. And I hear no one. A chorus of crickets, as K9GT or W9GT would say. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody who did get on the list tonight. It's amazing we got 41, although we had a lot that didn't quite make it back. Tony, I did hear from him on Instant Messenger that he got called away, and everybody else probably fell asleep. I don't know. But we had a good time, even with bad conditions, and I think that's the best way to do it is let things flow with the conditions. If it's not the right night, then we'll table this one and we'll hold it for another one. But I appreciate everybody who did play and everybody's comments overall. This is WB8VOW, your net host from Lambertville, Michigan, and I'm now closing this evening's edition of the wonderful Wolverine Single Sideband Net. We're going to call in the construction crew, get them working on the frequency here, get it ready for an hour from now when the Central Gulf Coast Hurricaners come in, and they'll have a fresh band, and it'll be much better, I'm sure. But again, thanks to everybody. 73s and good night, and we're turning the frequency back to normal amateur use. 73.
Nice job, Rusty.
Yeah, go ahead.
I say nice job.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Always a great job there, Mr. Station of the Year for 2022. By the way, I did not have my box on. I actually stepped on my foot pedal and laughed just automatically. I couldn't help it.
That was good.
That was the funniest part of that comment was your laugh. That was great.
I couldn't help it. It was instinctual, man.
And it's funny because politically I'm probably a little bit more where Reagan was, but at the time I was not.
Oh my God, I couldn't believe we were going to elect a movie star president. No way.
Next thing you know, they'll be putting Trump in the White House.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
It's one of the two best ever. Head 8 SOB. Have a good night, guys.
Good night,
Sean,
Rusty.
how fast did you go in that race car?
200, man. We hit 200. I wanted to drive. I could have drove, did the other experience, went through a class, and only did 150. But I just did the ride, and we did 2 laps, and we hit, MIS. I think it was like 198. I exaggerate. I mean, it was close to 200. I call it 200. It was 198, something like that.
Gets a little narrow at that speed, even on the big track, doesn't it?
Was that the name of it?
Yeah, NASCAR track time, NASCAR experience, something like that. It was definitely not cheap.
My wife and I know the people that owned that program, and I took the class. My wife got it for me for Christmas because Trenta goes, Cheryl, you should get this for Sam for Christmas. You get a deal on it right now. And I knew her husband, Billy, who was an ARCA driver, and they had one car that was set up, NASCAR, that would still do over 200, and that's the ride-along car. And then they gave me a Mark Martin car, and I could do about 175 in that. And it was great. It was great, but I didn't go 200. Only 175.
Hey, did Cheryl at any time change your insurance coverage during that?
No, but man, in 1 week, in a period of like 3 weeks, I went whitewater rafting, race car driving, and they tried to get me to jump off the bridge down at the New Gully Gorge. And then the following week we went canoeing, okay? But I'm telling you, it was a rock and roll time of life.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, I went for did the ride along, man. Yeah, it's expensive. Definitely a good Christmas present. That's I was looking at trips to Florida or Vegas for what they wanted for the all-day course deal. I was good for riding.
Well, so I did the class, and they give you a certificate, like they call it qualifying school, and they actually let me like race and pass people on the track. It was really exciting. I thought, here's how cool it was, Sean. I thought about it every day for 1 year at least, and over my office desk I had a picture of me in the race car. It was that cool.
Oh, I imagine, man. I really wanted to do it. I just, I was already hyped up about riding, and then that came up. So, yeah, good deal. Well, I'm glad you experienced that, and I experienced the other, and we were both out there getting some wind blown through you. Man, it's just so loud. I couldn't even hear the guy next to me.
Yeah, here's the other thing. You drove up by the wall going 200. As I was driving as a student, they wouldn't let me get much. I could go up to lane 3, but if I got more than lane 4 1/4, they'd go crazy on me. And the other thing, I had some friends that did ride-alongs. They just absolutely loved it. And here's what's also kind of crazy. My wife bought me that gift knowing that, I wasn't really a race car guy, but she knew that I'm a guy that was willing to try everything, and she knew that would be a good gift. It was a great gift, and I can just imagine how much fun you had as well. N8XUY.
Yeah, it's a guy thing for sure. Good deal. Glad you experienced that. That's awesome. Well, we got 40 degrees slowly falling. We might have another frosty morning like we did this morning. Man, oh man, summer can't get here soon enough. Later, guys. N8SOB.
Good night, guys. WB8VOW.
Good night, Rusty. And good night, Taz and Doris, if you're still out there, along with everybody in the group. N8XUY.
Yep, everybody be safe. N8I.
How you doing, Sean?
I gotta find something to watch at 8 o'clock during the night now.
Did you fall asleep on me?
No, I was upstairs cutting some wood.
All right. I just wanted to make sure I didn't bore you to death. WB8VOW.
Sorry about that, Rusty. Sean, are you behaving yourself tonight?
Yeah, always, as long as I'm sitting here in my radio chair, for the most part, you hear the trouble I'm causing.
Well, it's the trouble you cause that I don't hear about, worry about.
No, yeah, nothing to worry about. Like you would say, no drive-bys.
All right, I just wanted to say hi, and we're going to get out of here. I had to cut some wood, and I'm putting a new surface, cutting some wood so I can drag this 150-pound amplifier over to the other bench, and I can set my radios back up here. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I probably will be on the air tomorrow morning.
All righty. Well, maybe we'll be listening out for you, and I hope you had a good birthday.
Yeah, I wanted you to say that on the CRS group.
I heard you this morning with Gary. Oh, man, I about lost it. My coworkers were probably saying, what in the hell is he laughing about?
Okay. I'm going to be in his ear all the way down to Xenia, Ohio.
You ready, are you? You ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I was going to take something down, but another ham on the CRS group wants it, so I'll have to find out his phone number so I can call him. But I'm just going to sell a Tar Heel antenna. I have no use for it anymore. And a couple of automatic controllers. never had any success with that doggone thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard some good stories about them, some bad ones. I guess it's, I know how you can get it set up or what have you, the patience to get it. I'm not sure, really. I've never really went HF mobile. When I did, I just had some ham sticks, and a big Magnum mount. And I think I had 3 of them, 20, 40, and 75. But, I'm definitely excited for Xenia. Some things have came up. So I don't know if I'm staying. I might just drive down first thing Saturday and then come back Saturday evening. That might end up doing it. I have reservations still at a hotel in Beaver Creek, which is only 15 miles away from Xenia still, and I can hold them until the 18th. And I have until then to cancel without getting charged for it. So as of right now, I probably will just be driving down, being there for a while during the day, for most of the day, and then coming back. So yeah, my youngest daughter's in drama, and she's got her plays that whole weekend. So I figure if I can get in there Friday on their opening, and when they have a Sunday afternoon one as well, I'll miss one and still show up to 2 out of the 3. So that's my deal there. But we're still going to get down there, Maury.
Okay, very good. Well, if you get down there, and when you get down there, give me a call around 10 o'clock. I'll be tired. I'll be all tired and walked out by that time, and I'll be sitting someplace, hopefully. and we can get together and say hello. All right, good night. Have a good one. WB8 PSC, QRT.
Yeah, and you're going to have to point me in the direction of all the CRS group guys, too. Yeah, you have to point me in the right direction. So, yeah, I'm definitely going. We'll definitely get together. I got your number. You have a good night there. You be careful with all that wood, and glad to hear your tractor got going, and you had a good birthday. 7-3 is Maury, N8SOB.